feeling kind of lost, not knowing what to do, and I felt very isolated, you know. You can read on internet, but if you don't have anyone to talk to or go through experience or just learn what other people are doing, you know, it's very, it's hard. I started to think, like, how can I help people who are like me? What can I do to help other people? There must be other people, you know. Megaesophagus, it's quite common, but you just don't hear about it or something. So, and it can happen to healthy dog as well. They don't have to be born with megaesophagus. It can happen to dog that never had any issues. It's expensive. It's hard on people. You know, so I want to help them somehow. That's how idea came to start a charity organization that is called For My Pet and Me. Me is short for Megaesophagus, but is also for me. I would like to put together, you know, resources for people who experience this situation, even though I don't wish anyone, but maybe have resources of trainers, you know. One of challenges I had with Maya, her brain was not developed properly, she's reactive, and we needed to find trainer who would be willing to train her, you know, dog with megaesophagus. She cannot have hard treats, you know, she cannot have maybe any other treats that dogs use. She gets tired very quickly, you know, so there are training challenges.
My name's Nicole Larson, so I'm a dog trainer and I have my own business. It's called Beyond the Leash Canine Training. I'm based in Kamloops. I had never dealt with a dog with Megaesophagus before, but I like to help people as well as dogs. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. So I'll come and do a consult. And I probably didn't share this with her, but in the back of my mind, I'll come out and take a look. I'll meet Maya, meet Adriana. If I can't help her, I would have just said, okay, you know what? I'm going to refer you back to somebody else. And I probably would not even have charged her because I knew it was potentially out of my realm of abilities. But when I met her, I couldn't say no. And Maya was actually, she was pretty good, and maybe I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I was quite happy to go on this, without sounding, this journey with her. And at the end of the day, it was going to be a great learning experience for me, and I was willing to do the work. I think before I even saw her, I was doing research and what little research I could do, to be honest. There is literally, it was very difficult to find training with Megaesophagus. Lots of information about Bailey chairs and how to train a Bailey chair, but not really about pitfalls and good methods to use with a dog such as Maya.
I'm actually in all parts of life with Maya. I'm blessed everywhere where I turn, I think. So I went through, I can say maybe 4 trainers. I try. Before I even knew, never occurred to me that because she's regurgitating and throwing up that her brain might not be developing. So I trained her at home, you know, took some online training classes and simple commands, sit, stay, place, you know, kiss. She was giving kisses and things like I started to train her at home, and then she was very playful. And she knocked out tooth of our small dog of Stella, so Stella needed to have surgery, and Maya needed to be somewhere. We already knew she had Megaesophagus, so I signed her up for boarding. She went for boarding and she came home sick. She lost lots of weight, and it's because the facility was not experienced in Megaesophagus. Then I found somebody else, I talked to other trainers, but they were just not willing to work with a dog that it's the training technique that they would be using were not good for dogs with Megaesophagus. We cannot use on them choke collar and stuff. With big dogs, there are, I would say, some training practices are more, I don't know if aggressive is the right word, but are different than for small dog, right? You need to control those big dogs somewhat different. But those training techniques would not work with Maya, so trainers would not take her, or they just didn't know what to do. Because I'm so lucky, I found Nicole. We had discussion, we had call about, Nicole came to our house to assess dog, and we were talking about challenges, and what to do, like her training might not even work, because of her brain might not be properly developed. Then what kind of food, what kind of treats we can use. She gets tired very quickly, right? So there are lots of challenges, and Nicole took on, that task, and I think she did a great job. When I could not even walk Maya, when she started to grow up and was more powerful, I stopped taking her for walks. With Nicole, we took her out for a walk, Nicole would also help me, she would go with me to vet, to help me to focus on what I needed to know about Maya's condition, and then Nicole would be there with Maya, taking care of her, while I needed to learn about Megaesophagus and about her condition. So I think it's very valuable, as part of for my pet, and we have database of trainers who are willing to learn, to take on challenge and learn how to train dog with this illness. And you know what? Sometimes that dog might not go through full training because they just might not survive. But sometimes they might come out on other side as regular dog. So maybe have database of trainers who are willing to learn about Megaesophagus and maybe train dogs with Megaesophagus. Have database of daycares. Not everyone knows about Megaesophagus, and those dogs needs to be fed elevated. They need to have more food than regular dogs, right? They need to have proper consistency. So I was lucky enough to find daycare that would take her and accommodate elevated feeding and mixing her food and stuff.
Well, my name's Brooke. This is Wiggle Pups. We are a small local daycare. We're small scale, so we only allow about 20 dogs per day, and we run Monday through Saturday. I've been open for about 1.5 years now, and it's crazier than ever. Adriana came to me after she had a bad experience somewhere else. She told me all about her needs, and I fell in love with Maya right away when she was a puppy. Here today, and she's still coming 4 days a week, and she's healthier than ever. I'd say she's the healthiest she has been now. So Maya was definitely the first case that I've seen up close. So it's definitely a challenge at first, learning how we can make it best for her, like still wanting her to be a dog, but still being able to be capable of taking care of her medical needs. It was challenging at first, but after we discussed what we can do, it's been actually quite good. It was scary though, because she has had a couple of relapses with when she had pneumonia, and then when she throws up and regurgitates a lot. It is a little bit scary because it's different than other dogs. Like, she can get sick so quickly, whereas the other dogs, it's a little bit different. It's not as noticeable. Like, it's not like a cut or a broken leg. It's something internal, so it's hard to see. And then sometimes when she's not feeling good, it's hard to figure out, is it a Megaesophagus issue? Is she just not feeling good today? Is it regular dog things? So it has been a learning curve for sure, but I'm happy to learn it, just because it's nice to learn different things with different dogs. So it's been really good having her, actually. these senior dogs and these dogs with medical issues, they need a home too, and they need a loving family support. Take your time, and you can really give a dog a nice home and bring them to daycare, because we can accommodate them, and they should still have a dog's life while still taking care of every need that they have.
Do your research on your trainers, ask a lot of questions, but just don't give up. Knock on doors, look online, call different daycares asking for their recommendations on trainers.
When she first started to come, Adriana told me the vet had said a year, and on July 31st, it was her first birthday. We celebrated, and the fact that it's December and her birthday was in July is outstanding.
So, as a Great Dane owner, my love for Great Danes, I guess it's out of control sometimes, I can say. And I was thinking already before as well about some apparel line that will show or reflect the life with Great Danes. It's somewhat humorous, maybe. So I'm starting apparel line, Big Woof Apparel, that is inspired by the life with Great Danes, and part of the profits from the apparel line will be donated to the charitable organization, so that we can start already, doing something hopefully good for somebody. We are working now on a photo shoot, and we secured BigWoof.ca, so there will be website as well. And with that also, I'm now in discussions with designers and working on for my pet and me website. So there will be link on BigWoof.ca, to for my pet and me, and then vice versa. For my pet and me will be referring back to Big Woof Apparel. We will be selling t-shirts, hoodies, but also some other lifestyle items, maybe car decals, anything related to Great Dane. There will be mouse pads, maybe some coffee mugs and stuff, but the gros of Big Woof Apparel is apparel, and it's gonna be all designed with Great Danes.